Bam, 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 bam. Now we're on. Okay, now. Oh, it was the old unplug it and plug it back in. It was the old unplug it and plug it back in to solve everything. Wait, right, we're on. Okay, now what a right. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. Hey, I'm surprised the channel still survived after that intro. To be honest, I was risking life and limb with that intro. I might be copyright striked on 78 different fronts, but it's a finale in it, so I thought whammy on. Okay, now finally. Nah, do you know? I had a suspicion. I had a suspicion that it would be like that because it was frozen on the thing. If you speak, you can see the sound going up and down, and it was frozen. So I was like, it might be all right. It might not be. But it was the old, it was the old unplug it and plug it back in if it don't work scenario. I was trying to do it through the settings, but in the end, it was just unplug the fucking thing and plug it back in. Anyway, how we doing? Welcome in. Obviously, as always, anybody that types a message in live chat will be entered into the season finale of the Viewers' Championship. It is Kim on 530 points, Todd on 502, and Anthony on 500. So we've got a three-way fight for the championship. I think if Kim finishes in the top 6 or 7, she wins it no matter what. It's if Kim finishes outside the top 7 that it starts to get interesting. Because if Kim's like 8th and Todd wins it, then or she's outside the top 10 and you've got like Anthony or Todd, on the podium, then we have to start getting the mathematicals out. But Kim basically needs like I think it's like a top 7 finish, and there's nothing they can do about it. But yeah, welcome in everybody. That's how the Viewers' Championship is going to end. And in real life, it's Ferrari versus McLaren for the Constructors' Championship. So, as we know, Verstappen's already won the Drivers' Championship, but Ferrari, who haven't won a Constructors' Championship since what? 2008, maybe? 2007, 2008. And McLaren, who haven't won it since 1998, and they're heavy favourites, the 1-2 on the grid as well. So it's looking like, bar something very unusual, it's looking like McLaren are going to pick up their first Constructors' Championship for, I don't know, what is it, 25 years at least. So, game on for McLaren. But yeah, welcome to the stream, and yeah, sorry for the dodgy intro with the thing. We've also got a bit of a Christmas vibe. Also got the studio background back because last time I looked back at the stream the other week and I was like, it's just a black screen. So at least this has got a little bit of colour, a little bit of life to it. But there's the grid then. Colapinto from 20th. It's Charles Leclerc from 19th on the grid. Albon from 18th. It's Jack Doohan, debutant, 17th. Lewis Hamilton, final race for Mercedes, 16th on the grid. It's Zhou Guanyu, P15. Then it's P14 for Kevin Magnussen, P13 for Lance Stroll, P12 for Liam Lawson, just behind his teammate Yuki Tsunoda, P11, who should get the Red Bull seat after this race. We'll see. Sergio Perez lines up P10 in the Red Bull. Is it his last race for Red Bull? If justice is served, it should be. Bottas P9, what a qualifying lap for him in the top 10 in the Sauber, not scored any points yet this year, Bottas. Then Alonso P8, Hulkenberg P7, George Russell P6, Pierre Gasly P5, repping the Gasly today, P5, Max Verstappen P4 on the grid. Then it's Sainz P3 and an all McLaren front row, Oscar Piastri second, and another pole position this season for Lando Norris. Are we staring down the barrel of a McLaren 1-2 in the finale? It has been a good season. McLaren couldn't quite, or should I say, Norris couldn't quite take the fight to Verstappen when push came to shove. But he gave it a good go, and it's certainly been a much better season than we had last year with Verstappen, just Verstappen every week. He's only won about half the races this year, so it's give the other half of the races to a mix of drivers. I think we've had 7 different drivers have won multiple Grand Prix. You know what I mean? Sainz won a couple, Leclerc's won 3 or 4, Hamilton's won a couple, Russell's won a couple. Everyone's had a dib. Norris has won a few, Piastri's won a few. So everyone's had a dib. If you've had a half-decent car this season, you've had a couple of wins. So for that, I cannot knock this season at all. At the end of the stream, what I'll do, because I always do drive of the day and rate the race, I will do rate the season as well out of 10. But yeah, I've not read any chat out, but yeah, Chris is in, Anto's in, welcome in, guys. Dougie as well, good afternoon. Carl, hey Carl, you come back for the finale. Where have you been for 6 months? Carl, bro, you were top 3 in the championship. Now you're about 15th because I've not seen you since about May. Welcome back to the channel, Carl. Yeah, you've missed quite a few, but welcome in for the finale. And then we got everyone saying no sound. We know about that scenario. Sign language, yeah. Looking forward to this. So Mitch is in as well. Welcome in, Mitch, Dan, Loz, Lewis. Yes, Lewis. You want a Russell v Max UFC fight? Honestly, it's kicked off big time between Russell and Verstappen. I love it. That's what we want. The only downside to Verstappen and Russell kicking off is this is the last race of the season and it'll all be forgotten about by next March. If this was race 1 and Russell and Verstappen were in equal machinery, we'd be on for a barnstormer of a season. As it is, it's the finale. So they've striked up beef with 1 race to go. Wah, wah, wah. Like, why couldn't they strike up beef at round 1, round 5, round 10 even? Round 15. Then at least you've got 7, 8 races to sort it out. But a 1 race beef, not for me, mate. What are you striking up beef now for? But yeah, everyone's still saying, damn elf been in, honestly. We got a damn good intro. No, honestly, I've risked life and limb putting that intro on. I'm pale as well with this fucking light, honestly. That's a bit better, actually, isn't it? That'll do. That's a bit better. It was a bit bright, wasn't it? What else are we saying? Cheers, Salty Dog, mate. Welcome to the stream. And you will be in the finale of the Viewers' Championship as well, just like everybody else has typed a message in live chat. I hope we get a good race, because it's a lot of people's final race as well. I put a post on the community tab if you haven't seen it. I can't remember all of it, but it's a lot of people's finale, this. You know, Kevin Magnussen, it's his last race in Formula 1. Valtteri Bottas, last race in Formula 1. Zhou Guanyu, it's probably his final race in Formula 1. Hasn't got a seat next year, and will he ever get one again? Probably not. Then you got his Hamilton's last race for Mercedes, Sainz's last race for Ferrari, Hulkenberg's last race in the Haas before he moves. So it's musical chairs all over the board. I think it's only going to be McLaren and Aston Martin that are keeping the same driver lineup into next season. And at the moment, Red Bull as well. But I think there'll be a meeting after this race, and in the next few weeks, it'll be Perez out. That's my 2 pence worth anyway. I think Yuki Tsunoda is getting a day in the car on Tuesday, and depending on his pace there, I think a decision will be made to put Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull. And I hope they do. He deserves it. He's been in the wings for a long time. But anyway, gonna miss you. I'll try and do something over the winter, Anthony. Honestly, I might do like a viewers sprint championship, or sort of winter championship or something, where I just do short little 10-lap races and do 3 in an evening or something. I'll come up with something, because there's no point in having a dead channel for 3 months. If this is the last stream till March 16th, like, you know what I mean? There's no point even having the channel sat there doing nothing. So I'll try and think of something, maybe an F1 career mode, or Gav was saying F1 manager. That'll put everyone to sleep. But yeah, I'll think of something. I'll think of like a viewers winter thing or something, and just put the top 30 in the championship in like a sprint championship thing. But anyway, here we go then for the season finale, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's Lando Norris on the right, Oscar Piastri on the left, and we are away for this season finale, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And look at that, then we've got Max Verstappen aggressive straight away, the crash! Verstappen hits Piastri! Verstappen hits Piastri at turn 1, and it's absolute chaos! Norris has got a clear lead of about 2 seconds then because Verstappen takes out Oscar Piastri in turn 1. Oh, it was $1 too late. It was a day late and $1 shy, that, honestly, from Max Verstappen. That was really aggressive, and it's given Lando Norris a clean track now all the way up. He sends Sainz, Gasly, Russell, Hülkenberg. Gasly third, Hülkenberg fifth. Here we go then down to the first chicane. Look at this, the 3-4 abreast going into the first chicane. And there's another Red Bull round. Sergio Perez has spun it. Sergio Perez has had contact. So we've had 2 Red Bull spins in the first 30 seconds of the race. I don't know if Piastri's got back going again. Yeah, Piastri's got back going again, so no one's out of the race, but there has been a bit of contact. Verstappen takes out Piastri in turn 1, and Perez gets contact in turn 12, and he's out as well. Oh, not turn 12, turn 6, should I say. What the absolute madness. And there is Verstappen then. So Verstappen 11th. I tell you what, he's recovered that well from the contact. He's only lost half a dozen positions. I can't believe it. Here we go for a replay of the start there. How's Verstappen only lost about 5 positions, even though he had a crash in turn 1? I thought he'd be definitely last. Here we go there. Oh, Verstappen just launches it, and then it's just understeered into Piastri. He's done a full 360 and carried on. Verstappen with the full 360, but Piastri's well off the back of the pack with Perez. Oh, Perez has stopped. Perez is out of the race. Perez is out of the Grand Prix. Is that the end of Sergio Perez's Formula One career that we are looking at there? Virtual safety cars out. And I'm not surprised. What a chaotic start to the race. Perez climbing out of the car. And is that the last time he will climb out of the Formula One car? I reckon there's a solid chance of that. That could be it. That could be it for Sergio Perez. Mexicans will be crying in the soup tonight. That could be the end of Sergio Perez's career right there. It might be done. And if justice is served, let's face facts. If justice is served, it is the end. It's been woeful. It's been dreadful for 18 months. And you're in a championship winning car. And it's been dreadful. I'm sorry, it's been dreadful. I'd have give Sergio Perez a run for his money this season. Honestly. And I'd struggle to squeeze my fucking belly in the car. But I tell you what, I'd give him a good go. I'd get a fucking P10 in that Red Bull. It's been dreadful. So if Sergio Perez lines up for Red Bull next March, what is Yuki Tsunoda there for? What's Liam Lawson there for? You've got to move up the queue. You've got to move the queue up because RB have got to be looking at putting Isaac Hadjar with Liam Lawson. The queue's got to move on. You've got to get rid of Perez because everybody's queuing up now. You've got to start promoting the younger guys. You know, Tsunoda's been in that RB like what 4 seasons. What are you going to do? Spend your career in the B team? No chance. GG Perez. Yeah, GG man. He was good in the day. He was good 5 years ago, Perez, when he was racing for Force India, Racing Point. Anyway, the race is back underway. On lap 3, it's Russell versus Gasly into the chicane. They go. Well, it used to be a chicane, not anymore. They've changed the layout the last couple of years. And Gasly holds on to position. It's Norris, Sainz, Gasly, top 3. Russell P4, Hülkenberg. We got both Haas's in the top 7 at the moment. In fact, I was watching quali yesterday. Sorry I wasn't live for it. I was watching quali yesterday. Hülkenberg was on pole position for about 20 seconds. I couldn't believe it. Haas are quick round here. And they're both in the top 7. Leclerc 8th. Yeah, Leclerc 8th from what, 19th on the grid. That's unbelievable progress. Leclerc up 11 positions in 3 laps of racing is absolutely insane. I tell you what, Piastri won't be. I've not heard any Piastri team radio, but he will be fuming at that. Verstappen with the full lunge. I mean, I can't even imagine what drama that'd have been if he'd have taken out Russell like that. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Verstappen on smoke. It's a good job Verstappen's already won the championship. That, you know what I mean? Then it would be interesting. Right, what we're saying, Bottas has lost a load of positions. Bottas way outside the points now. Started 9th, runs 13th. So Bottas lost out, as well as Piastri. And Verstappen's up to P10 after his 360 at turn 1, after tagging Piastri. But look, Norris has got a clean road ahead of him and a 3-second lead off the bat in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Come on then. Piastri being told to pit. Oh, I wonder if they're going to retire the car. I wonder if it's got damage. Or he could have flat spotted all 4 tyres. We'll see. Are they going to retire Piastri's car, or are they just going to put a new set of tyres on? No, what are they going to do here? Right, so Piastri's in. They're not retiring the car. They're just going on to the hard tyres. He's got a little bit of damage on the front wing, but they've figured that it's not worth replacing that and take another 10 seconds to replace that. So they've pitted Piastri, put him on the hard tyres, and he's probably hoping, and the team's probably hoping, that he can do 50 laps on those tyres. That's the only way Piastri gets any points out of this. 50 laps on a set of hard tyres now. You know, that's got to be their plan A. Going to see a George Max battle. Where are they? Russell 4th, Verstappen P10. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Verstappen's progress through the field, yeah. I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, Verstappen gets a 10-second penalty. And I'm not surprised. Here we go for a replay. And it's just a late lunge from Verstappen. And it's always going to be contact there. It's always going to be contact there. And I'll tell you what, Verstappen got really lucky on pulling a full 360 and getting right back on the power. Verstappen got lucky there. Ooh, it's a late lunge. I mean, it's a racer's move. From Verstappen's point of view, it's a racing move. Yeah, from Verstappen's point of view, he's like, I've gone for it. What are we doing here? We're racing drivers. I've gone for it. Of course I've gone for it. I'm a world champion. So from his point of view, he's just gone for it. And bollocks to him. But it's always going to be a crash, that. I'm sorry. It's always going to be a collision. I'll tell you what, if the championship was still up for grabs, if it had not been decided, he wouldn't have gone for that. You don't go for that if there's something at stake. If there's something at stake there, you don't go. And on board with Piastri, he's just been absolutely punted. Yeah, Piastri says, yeah, move of a world champion, that one. Well, this is what I'm saying. If Verstappen is still in the championship fight, there's no way he goes for that move. That's a move that you make when there's no stake on it at all. I want to see on board with, here we go. Is this the Perez? Look at Charles Leclerc's gone round the outside of about 6 drivers. Unbelievable from Leclerc, that. That is unbelievable. Charles Leclerc has gone round the outside of about 6 cars into turn 5 there. We see a replay of it. And it's Bottas that tags Perez. Bottas tags Perez, and then that sees the retirement of Sergio Perez 10 seconds later. Damn. 10 seconds for what? First lap? I know, but you have to penalise that, Anto, because if you don't, you're setting a precedent of do what you want, and that's a dangerous road to go down. Yeah, it's a late lunge, and so it's not... I mean, from Verstappen's point of view, like I said, he's aggressive. He's always been aggressive. I hope he'll always be aggressive because it's entertaining, but it was always going to be a crash if you do that because Piastri doesn't know you're coming. That's what it's all about. Piastri doesn't know that Verstappen's gone for a lunge. And so he's just going for the apex and then, whoa, bang, game over. GG's. So, from Piastri's point of view, he's just been absolutely punted there. Like, with no excuses. With no excuses. We're on board with George Russell, putting pressure on Pierre Gasly for P3. This is interesting as well for the battle in the Constructors' Championship in terms of Alpine versus Haas. I think there's only a handful of points between them, I think, for P6 in Constructors. So I don't know if Gasly gets a podium, Alpine will probably get P6 in the Constructors as well. 5 seconds, yeah, maybe 5 seconds. 10 seconds is heavy, yeah. 10-second penalty is harsh. But will he care, really? He's already won it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, McLaren are on for the, well, if something happens to Norris, I'll tell you what, this Constructors' Championship now rests on Norris's shoulders with Piastri being punted in down in 17th. So, it's, you know, a mechanical failure for Norris or a spin or something like that. And we could, and ooh, it's all of a sudden, it's all on a bit of a knife edge for McLaren now, the Constructors' Championship. But he is 3 seconds ahead of Sainz. And at the moment, it would be, if it finishes like this, it would be McLaren's first World Championship for 25, 27 years. Lap 8 of 58. Norris leads Sainz by 3.1. Gasly under pressure from Russell for third. Hulkenberg still fifth. Alonso P6. Where's Sean Tan? Alonso. Leclerc up to 7th now, from 19th to 7th. A hell of a first few laps for Leclerc. Magnussen 8th. Verstappen now up to 9th and putting pressure on Magnussen for P8. What's worse news? Oh, Piastri. What? They've given Piastri a 10-second penalty as well, so they're blaming both of them. No. So, what are the stewards doing there then? So they've given Verstappen a 10-second penalty and Piastri a 10-second penalty. So they're blaming both of them. You're both as bad as each other. Both of you get in the naughty step. Both of you get on the naughty step. I don't think you can blame Piastri there. I can't believe that they're giving Piastri 10-second penalty for that. They're blind. I can't believe that. And to be honest, that's a very unusual situation where there's a collision and both parties get penalised for it. I don't remember that before. It's either a racing incident and no one gets punished, or it's your fault, you're getting punished. Not 6 of one, half a dozen the other will punish you both. I've never seen that. Leclerc has passed Alonso for P6. I tell you what, this Constructors' Championship is resting on Lando Norris's shoulders here. If Leclerc can get up to third, this is it. This is what David Cross just caught on here. Any problem for Lando Norris, and Ferrari are winning this championship. They said it's for the second. I know, I thought they said that. What do you mean? But what do they mean, second incident? Has Piastri had another? I mean, if Piastri's had a second incident with someone, they've not shown it on TV. But I thought they'd said that as well for the second incident. I was like, well, that must be wrong. There's only been one incident. But I don't know. It's weird. Oh, Leclerc's got on his crash helmet, muchas gracias. For Sainz's final race for Ferrari. Gasly's still holding on. Gasly's still holding on to third. Russell not close enough to go for a move. Gap's about, what? 1.1, so he's just outside DRS as well. Russell could do with getting within a second, getting DRS and having half a chance at a podium here. Be interesting to see how many copyright strikes I get after this stream's over. Hopefully it doesn't delete the stream, because that intro was risky. But I paid my dues because I come on and the flipping microphone didn't work, so that was my punishment. I hope that's the only punishment, because that was a risky intro, that. If they delete the stream, if the stream gets deleted after, I won't be able to see who's typed in live chat. I better start writing names down now, innit? Seriously. Get a pen and paper out. But I thought, bollocks to copyright fucking finale, innit? Won't be another watch along till 16th of March. Because I thought, even if you get like a copyright strike and you're not allowed to live stream for 28 days, there's not a race for 150 days, so stick that up, you know what I mean? So I thought, fuck it. On a real though, they should use the Top Gun music for F1 anyway. Highway to the danger zone is perfect. So Verstappen's putting pressure on Alonso then for P7, and Leclerc's putting major pressure on Hulkenberg. He's got the inside line here. Leclerc and Hulkenberg side by side for P5, and Leclerc gets it. Charles Leclerc is on a madness here from 19th to P5. Hamilton complaining he's got no pace. Yeah, Hamilton started 16th. Is up to 10th, but he's complaining he's got no pace. Are we going to start seeing pit stops then? Everyone's on the medium tyre, apart from Hamilton, on the hards, and a couple at the back that have already pitted, but yeah, basically everyone's started on the mediums apart from Lewis. We've seen a replay of Verstappen on Alonso. Oh, Magnussen, Zhou and Albon are all in the pits then. Here we go. Oh, and it's a slow pit stop for Kevin Magnussen. What are they doing? The right rear was stuck, and that's cost him big time. That's cost him like 10 seconds. 7.2 second stop for Kevin Magnussen, and that's going to destroy his race. It's only 7 seconds, but that'll put you from 12th to last. Yes, Lee, welcome to the stream, dude. How's the race going? Dramatic start. Verstappen hit Piastri in turn 1. And then Perez had contact with Bottas at turn 6. So Perez is out of the race. Verstappen did a full 360 and Piastri got absolutely yeeted into next week. So, yeah, it was a dramatic first lap. Leclerc's up, what? 14 positions or something from where he started. So, it's been a bit happening. It's not a 1 out of 10 anyway. Right, the pit stops are happening now as well. So, Hulkenberg pits from P6 on the road. There's also another car there in the background pitting as well. Is it Alonso in the pits as well? Yeah, so Hulkenberg and Alonso pit on lap 13, the end of lap 13. For the hard tyres, I wonder if the plan is a one-stop race here. I don't even know what the strategy is. But yeah, Lee, you missed a dramatic first lap. I tell you, that's why you got to be here for lights out, mate. But welcome in, and of course, you've got yourself a seat in the Viewers' Championship. And this time, I won't miss Anthony out. I flipping missed Anthony's comment, didn't I? Started the Viewers' Championship race without Anthony. Massive L. So I became Anthony. That was the deal. Whatever position I get, Anthony gets. And so I put my foot down, didn't I? Started setting lap records and won the race. I mean, if you're Anthony, it's the perfect justice. If you're everybody else, you're probably thinking, well, this is a bit rigged, isn't it? So I can't win. Because without Anthony in it, it would have been rigged. And with Anthony as me, it was a bit sus. So I can't fucking win. I'll try not to miss anyone's name off the list. Probably be a good idea. I've also... Gasly's in the pits, but I've also thought about doing the finale of the Viewers' Championship as me in spectator mode, so I'm not actually in the race, because if I influence it, you know what I mean? I'm overtaking Kim and I accidentally put her in the wall. Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Or, you know what I mean? I could influence it and not mean to influence it, but I could spin, hit the wall, block the track, and then hold up Todd and Anthony, and they're like, yo, we were going to win. So what I might do is I might do it where you can like do it as a spectator. So it's like a TV broadcast. I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But that takes the fun away from it for me. And it might be a bit boring because it's not going to be I don't know what to do. You watching UFC? Well, UFC now? Oh, you mean you were up last night watching UFC? It won't be UFC now, surely, but you mean you was up late last night? I think there was UFC last night, wasn't there? Because Beth and Lewis was on about watching it. But I'm not bothered about it. Yeah, last night. Well, Norris is stretching his legs out front. Gap 3.7, 3.8. So Norris is looking solid. Norris is looking solid. There's nothing that science can do about that pace. Leclerc's up to 4th. Verstappen now 5th. Hamilton 6th. But they're all yet to pit. In fact, the top 8 are yet to pit, aren't they? I think the top 8 are yet to pit. Leclerc's catching Russell for 3rd. It's within a second. It's a race of Leclerc's career, this. Norris is saying... They're asking Norris about the tyres. He's struggling a bit more. Very calm from Lando Norris. He's not panicking about his tyres just now. 4 seconds is the gap. So Norris is eking out his lead at the front. He's got this on lock. Tsunoda, yet to pit, has now got Pierre Gasly on fresh tyres behind him. How long's that going to last? Not long. He's going to have the slipstream. DRS is going to be done here. Pierre Gasly! Go on. You've got him. Not worth the fight for Yuki Tsunoda. But I tell you what, where has this Alpine pace come from in the last 3-4 races? Alpine have virtually scored no points up until the last 3 races. Unbelievable. They got a second and third in Brazil. Then they got a bag full of points in Qatar, didn't they? I'm sure, Alpine. And now again, Gasly's on for a bag full of points today. And yet they've done absolutely nothing for 21 races. Probably scored a handful of points in 21 races and then scored 50 points in the last 3. It's like, what? Whereas Haas have been chipping away at it all season. Couple of points here, 3 points there, 5 points there, point there, point there. Alpine, nothing for 21 races. Bang, 50 points in 3. So I don't know what kind of upgrade they put on the Alpine for Brazil, but they've found a second out of somewhere, at least. Leclerc's got stuck now behind Russell. It's the old, you need to arrive and overtake straight away, because if you don't, then you're in trouble. You need to arrive and go for it, or else you start getting stuck. How many we got in the Viewers' Championship so far? Oh, come on, we've only got about a grid of 12. Where is everybody? Where is everybody for the finale? It's going to be, if anyone's ever heard of the circuit, Mount Panorama, or Bathurst, I don't know, it's under both names, but if you've heard of Mount Panorama, it's a serious circuit, and that's where the Viewers' Championship finale is going to be. I'll probably do it on Wednesday night, actually. I could do it late Tuesday night, but it's going to be like finishing at like 1 a.m. Nah, we'll do it Wednesday evening, Viewers' Championship finale. I know I usually do it Monday night, but I'm working Monday, Tuesday, so it's going to be Wednesday evening finale of the Viewers' Championship. I don't know whether I'm going to take part or do it as a spectator thing. I don't know. I've got to take part. I'm doing. It's Mount Panorama. It's a circuit I'm scared of, so I've got to do it. I don't like it. It's. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. It is the king of circuits, in my opinion. Mount Panorama is the king of circuits. Yeah, I'll take part in it. Because, I'm not going to be... Because I'll be bouncing off the walls, I won't be anywhere near the front. I'll probably crash 20 times. So I shouldn't influence it anyway. The people that are going to be quick are going to be quick, and they're just going to... And I'm just going to be... It's going to be like bumper cars off the walls. Because it's like a mountain section. It's like it's tight, twisty, narrow, and you go up the mountain, down the mountain. It's like really, really quick as well. You do like 150 mile an hour going around these bends at the top of the mountain, and then down the bottom end, and then you got hairpin bends at the bottom of the mountain, and it's like fucking solid. But it's the finale, so gotta do it. I thought I'm doing it. Look at the replay on board with Yuki Tsunoda's start. What a nightmare. It went into anti-stall about 5 times. It's the worst start I've ever seen in a Grand Prix. That's a horrendous start from Yuki Tsunoda, and that explains why he was well outside the points. So who stopped then? So the top 7 yet to pit. Here we go then. Here we go. Lap 21 of 58. I wonder if the people that have pitted on lap 12 or 13, they've got to be on a 2-stop strategy then, surely. And then this is a 1-stop now. If you're pitting on lap 21, you go into the end. So Leclerc pits then. Leclerc pits from, what was he, 4th? Comes out of the pits. There goes Gasly. So he's going to come out of the pits 8th. Don't matter if you influence it. Look at corner 1. If that's just racing, well, yeah. I mean, but would you feel that way, Simon, if you was leading the championship? It's the thing. You know what I mean? You're all right. You're P10 or something, P8. But if you're in the battle for winning it, and I spin you out at turn 1, I suppose you've just got to trust that I don't favour anybody. You just got to trust that if something happens, then it's happened, and I've got no allegiance to anybody. It's just been random, and it will continue to be random. But I will be bouncing off the wall, so I could create an incident, but we'll see. I could inadvertently, unintentionally influence it. I'll try not to. I'll try not to. But the good thing is, because it's a challenging circuit, I won't be anywhere near the front, so it's not like I'm going to nick the 50 points. Do you know what I mean? That's just not acceptable. And if I do it again next year, I'm going to make sure that I'm not near the front at any, because what's the point? If I, like, welcome to the Viewers' Championship, but I've won it. Like, what am I doing? Patting myself on the back? Like, nah. It was never the idea that I would win one, to be honest. It was just, I want to be mid-pack. And then, but I've got better, haven't I? So I'm changing all the settings for next year. Everyone's going to be rapid, and I don't care if I'm 19th, I'm 19th, but I can't be winning them. I'll just do 24 wet races next year, then I definitely not winning anything. It's take the biggest bribe, exactly. PayPal link on the screen. Yes, Sean Tan, welcome to the stream, dude. Congrats to Bortoletto for winning. Well, exactly. I didn't see it, but Tsunoda being told to stay out, and he's like, why? Tsunoda's absolutely done out here. But yeah, congratulations to Gabriele Bortoletto on winning the F2 Championship. He has got a seat for next season. That's not always the case that the champions get the seat. In fact, the last 2 or 3 haven't. You'll know Sean Tan, innit? Is it Teo Porcher? Won it, not got a seat. Felipe Drugovich won it, not got a seat. So the promotion system's a bit weird. It's like winning the championship. It's like winning the EFL Championship and not getting into the Premier League. But the team that finishes 6th do get into the Premier League. What? So there's no sort of dead set promotion. But Bortoletto's got a seat for next year at Sauber. So get in. Fair play. Justice. V-Carb Master Plan. This is what you get when you have Lauren Mekies as your team principal. Big up Lauren Mekies. I don't know the first thing about Lauren Mekies. Well, I know about Charles Leclerc going down the inside on Liam Lawson. Oh, look at that. He's having a look at Gasly there, but backs out of it. Hey, Alonso is doing well, in this one, Sean. He's on for a few points here. Because he's pitted and he's P10. He was P6, I think, before Alonso. So I was saying, Alonso P6. Sean Tam, where are you? You might be on for some points. Finish the season on a bit of a high. Would make a change, wouldn't it? It's been a shocker. Yeah, McLaren it rests on Norris's shoulders, but McLaren are looking to pick up the Constructors' Championship by quite a chunk as well, 20 odd 30 points, if it stays like this. But Leclerc does Gasly then. Leclerc passes Gasly for P6. So Ferrari are not beaten yet. And if something happens to Norris, it's all change. It's all change at crew. This year's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is the most chaotic start. What's happened? Wait, I need to rewind. I've just missed something that's happened to Lawson. What's happened to Lawson? The wheels aren't on me. Oh no, dude. Oh no. They've not fastened the wheel on. Oh, it's not, is it? Oh no, I hate when this happens. You don't see it very often these days, but they've not tightened the flipping lock nut on the wheel in the pit stop, and so his wheel's wobbling about on the. Oh, it's a nightmare. That is just one of them rookie error. Oh, it's like an own goal, that. It's like an own goal in football, that. It's a V-carb own goal, that. Not putting the wheel on properly in the pit stop. What is this? And now there we go. And now they do it right. Eds must roll. Oh, that's a shocker, that. You can't be doing that at this level. I remember an Australian Grand Prix. Sean Tan, you'll know which year it was. I'm going to guess what I'm going to say as well. It's an Australian Grand Prix. I'll guess 2018. Could be 19, could be 17. Let me off. And bloody... someone banned that. And Haas didn't put the wheels on properly for both cars, and they had a double retirement. Absolute shambles. Hey, if there's any mods in, ban that. Oh, there. Anto, are you here? I should have made more mods. We've got a bot. We've got a rogue bot in chat. I'll have to log in and ban it myself in a minute. Where's Kim? Where's fucking Dougie? You're a mod, ain't you? No, Dougie's not a mod. This is atrocious. Dougie's not even a mod. Why is Dougie not a mod? How's Anto a mod and Dougie in? What's going on here? It's a terrible channel management, isn't it? If there's such a phrase. Right, let me have a look. All right, Norris is in the pits. I'll have ban it myself, and I. Have I done it? Right, here we go. Dougie. Put user in timeout. There you go. Managing moderator. Okay, now. Right. Right, Russell's in. I've missed a crucial part of the race here. Right, Dougie, you should be in blue now. I haven't messed about with the mods on here since probably first race I did on the channel 3 years ago. I haven't thought about it since. But do you know what, actually? The bots thing on YouTube, it's not a thing anymore. That's the first one I've seen for 2 years. So YouTube have culled all that lot. But anyway, I've been on an absolute waffle. Meanwhile, Norris has pitted, and here comes George Russell with fresh tyres on the back of Pierre Gasly, and this is net for the podium, isn't it? Sainz is P2, so it's Norris leads Sainz by 1.8. Verstappen's up to third, but I think they're yet to stop. I think Verstappen and Hamilton haven't pitted yet. And Russell's got Gasly then. So Russell up to P6, but with Verstappen and Hamilton yet to pit. That's a net, what, P3, P4? Oh, Colapinto's got to retire the car. Colapinto's got to retire the car, and that is Colapinto's last race in Formula One for now. For now. He's not got a seat next year. Will Colapinto get a seat for 2026? It's difficult. Once you're out of the game, it's very difficult to come back in. It's very difficult. Unless you're a multiple world champion like Alonso or Raikkonen, you can have a year out, 2 years out and come back. But if your name's Franco Colapinto and you haven't really made a name for yourself yet, having a year out, it's going to be tricky for him to get back in. But I hope he does. He's clearly a talent and has proved that in the few races that he's had. But Colapinto, for the time being, is out of Formula One and is out of the race. GG's. So Sainz is catching Norris then for the lead. This is what's happening now. This is what I'm just sort of, the penny's just starting to drop. That Sainz is, oh, I tell you what, imagine they have a collision. Sainz hits Norris. It's actually better for Sainz. And that's dangerous. It's better for Ferrari. Well, let's see. Let's see if they fight for the lead and the Constructors' Championship in the race. That's the one. Yes, welcome in Beth and welcome in Kim. Championship leaders in. How are we doing? Are you feeling a bit unwell? Yeah. Are you a bit under the weather? But cheers for joining the stream anyway. We can't have a Viewers' Championship finale without the championship leader, can we? So welcome in. 530 points, Kim. Not bad going, that, is it? But Todd's still got a chance, 502, and Anthony's still got a chance, 500. But I think, Kim, if you finish top 6, I'm going to do it on Wednesday night. If you finish top 6 or 7, there's nothing they can do. You've got to be top 6 or 7, and then it doesn't matter. If you're outside the top 8, then we have to get the calculator out, depending on where Todd and Anthony finish. But top 6, 7, you've done it. It's as simple as that. But yeah, welcome to the stream. If they collide, Carlando bromance will be over as well. As Sean Sam, if they collide. Ooh, I don't even want to think about how dramatic that would be. You've been ill since Thursday. What are we on now, son? Oh, get well soon, Kim. I hope you're well enough to drive on Wednesday night, Kim. You've got a championship to win. You've got to get yourself right for Wednesday. And you've got to learn that circuit as well. Mount Panorama. Get Googling Mount Panorama. You've got to learn that as well. Come on. You're going to be well enough for Wednesday night. Oh, God. It's a laugh, isn't it? Dougie, your turn for Twitter. Oh, my fucking... It's definitely not my turn. Beth, you need to give it a rest once a week. I hope you're just joking anyway. Lisa, welcome to the stream. Max served his 10-second penalty. So he's come into the pits and done a 10-second stop-go. So let's have a look at the replay of this. Because they penalised them both, didn't they? Right, let's have a look at the replay of Verstappen down the inside of Piastri. It's always going to be a collision there. There's always going to be a collision. I'm sorry, Verstappen deserves a penalty there. You're diving down the inside of turn one all over the curb. Piastri's on the inside. Piastri's not going to expect that. We've got a Sauber missing half a front wing here. We've got Valtteri Bottas missing half a front wing. Has he clobbered a curb or something? I don't know what's happened to how Valtteri Bottas has got this damage, but he's got a puncture and half a front wing missing. So Bottas is going to be struggling to even get it back to the pits. We're going to see a replay. Oh, is it contact with the Haas? Is it contact with Magnussen? So it's Bottas. Oh, Bottas locks up. Bottas' fault, mate. Bottas has just locked up both fronts. And Magnussen's around the inside. Oh, Bottas, it's your final race in Formula One, dude. Oh, there's been a few incidents in this race, and that is the latest one. And and Magnussen's just been punted. Oh, Kevin. Oh, and it's both. In fact, I'm going back, but it's both their final race in Formula One, and they've crashed into each other. Oh, for the pair of them, it's the final race. Neither of them wanted that crash. Neither of them. There's been the last thing on their shopping list would be have a crash in the last race of the career. Oh, and it's Bottas's fault. Magnussen on the outside, Bottas on the inside. Bottas just locks both front wheels. Magnussen turns in and boom. And I don't know if Bottas will be able to carry on, but he's in the pits now. Maybe they stick some tyres on it, a new front wing, and just send him out. But, oh no. Oh, it might be the end for Valtteri Bottas. What a way to end it. Hey, I tell you what, you could have Perez is DNF'd, and it's probably his last race, if justice comes to fruition. And Bottas' final race, and he's DNF'd. I think Jenson Button's final race, he DNF'd as well. David Coulthard's final race, he DNF'd. What's that about? Yeah, you're joking. Drink, yeah, no, fuck drink it, yeah, no. Have a week off it, Beth, honestly. Wait for Tuesday. Oh, my God. Wait for Tuesday. I don't know no. Did I say Tuesday? Listen, Tuesday's just a gaming thing. We're not doing sesh. Tuesday's George Stobart. If you know, you know. We're not getting on it. Wednesday. Yeah, no. Sunday the 15th. Sunday the 15th, Beth. Midweek, just chilling. So Piastri's got a 10-second penalty to serve. Here we go. Then they're going to do it now. Piastri pits. Oh, my God. So Piastri's in. Right, so Piastri's in, and they've got 10 seconds to wait before they can service the car. Brutal. How have they given Piastri a penalty for that? I can't believe that. Unless it's for a separate incident, like Simon said, or someone said, didn't they, before? Yeah, Simon said. Simon says hands on your head. Simon says hands on your knees. Said for the second incident. And I thought they said that, but yeah, Lewis hasn't pitted. Lewis still out there, P3. But he did start on the hard tyres, didn't he? So that's why. Lewis on the alternate strategy. Now you're going out. Oh, you're going out Tuesday. All right. Yeah, well, look after yourself, Beth. Don't go mad. Piastri got involved in a collision. Oh. I didn't know that. That's what he's got the right. So he's not got the penalty for turn 1 incident, right? But they didn't. They never showed that replay though on thingy, did they? They never showed that replay on the TV though, did they? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The setting on this camera's not quite right, is it? And it's doing me head in. What about... Is that better? No, that's worse. Right, go this way, this way. I don't think... It's very difficult to get a sweet spot, which is why I'm ditching the green screen next year. Fuck this. Yeah, it's difficult. I'm either see-through or we can see a bit of the background. Oh, it's what it is. There's no sweet spot today. We've got a bit of a see-through channel. Fuck it. It's been an incredible race for Charles Leclerc, this. If Leclerc gets a podium out of this, it might be the best race of his career. And he's up to third now with Hamilton pitting. I tell you what, Lando Norris is under massive pressure here, you know. Because if anything happens to Lando Norris, Ferrari win the Constructors' Championship. They're second and third. I tell you what, at McLaren now they'll be having kittens at McLaren thinking any slight issue and you're handing the team's championship to your biggest rival. Oh my God, the pressure on McLaren and Norris now. Bloody hell, Norris would be going round like that. Please. He'd be on a nervy one, Norris, now. With Ferrari second and third. Holy. Oh, now that's a trio, isn't it? Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen, 7th, 8th and 9th on the road. All three of them are probably in the top 10 drivers of all time. The three of them. The three of them make the top 10 of all time, don't they? Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen. Yeah, the three of them are all in the top 10 of all time. What a trio that is. I think I missed it. I must have missed it. I must have been waffling about something else. But I haven't seen a replay of the Piastri Colapinto thing. But then you're right, because Colapinto had to retire the car later on, didn't he? So whether that's related or not, but I don't think they showed that on the TV coverage. But at least it's not that they've penalised, because I thought it was unusual to penalise Verstappen for it and Piastri for it. I thought that was a bit unusual. Here comes Verstappen then on Alonso for P8. And it's easy. It's candy from a baby. It's slipstream, DRS, and the longest straight you can imagine. And it's an easy move for Verstappen. Up to P8. Next up is Lewis Hamilton, who's yet to stop. Started on the hard tyres and is still on them. Well, we got to go 19 laps. Yeah, Lewis could do with pitting about now, I reckon. Yeah, if you're Lewis, you pit now, I think. So a set of mediums will get you 19 laps. Because everyone was pitting like lap 21, 22, 23, weren't they? So 19 laps will get you to the end now. Yeah, you pit now if you're Lewis. Oh, he has? What? Well, Lewis is doing a lot better than I thought he was. You're right. Lewis is on the mediums. I tell you what, it's a hell of a recovery drive from Hamilton and Leclerc, this. Hamilton for 16th. He was up to 10th. That's what's thrown me, because I thought he was about 10th. So, wow. Lewis Hamilton. Okay. Having a good day. It's caught me off guard, that, Sean. So Norris has got the pace. Norris is chilling. He's slightly quicker than the Ferraris, so he's all right on pace. It's just about reliability. Literally, it's just about, for Norris now. He's got 20 laps now. Keep it clean, keep it smooth, and please don't break down. It's literally, I think he's got the pace. I don't think the McLarens can touch him. Sorry, I don't think the Ferraris can touch him. So it's just got to be, don't get aggressive with the car. Don't lock a brake. You know what I mean? Just take it, just smooth. Everything's smooth. And you win the Constructors' Championship for the first time in 27 years. Little bit of pressure. Just a tad of pressure. Can we talk about Albon in the top 10 and Zhou P11? Of course we can. Albon's top 10 and Zhou's now up to 10th. There you go. Nah, they've done well, haven't they? I mean, fair play. Zhou got 4 points in Qatar, and they celebrated it like it was a win, and fair play to him. And he might get a point today. Big up the Zhou Guan Yu. I think Zhou Guan Yu's, I think it's over though for him, innit? I wonder where Zhou Guan Yu's going to be next season. In what category? I hope he gets a seat somewhere. In WEC or something. Or Formula E or something like that, maybe. God only knows. But he's not got a seat in F1, Zhou. Anyway, that is Piastri has passed Stroll for 14th after taking his 10-second penalty. So what must have happened is Piastri's got punted off at turn 1, and then he's gone desperate mode trying to recover it and hit Colapinto at some point. That's what's happened. They didn't show that on TV, but Piastri must have been on a desperate recovery mode and collided with Colapinto and got a 10-second penalty as well. So GG's today for Oscar Piastri. Not been his day. Through one reason and another. So Hamilton on these mediums with everybody else on the hard tyres. You can see there on the graphic. Everyone on the hard tyres. I mean, Magnussen's on the soft. I don't know what he's doing. Everyone on the hard tyres. Hamilton on the mediums looking quick and chasing down Hülkenberg for P6. Come on then. Alonso pits for fresh hards. Has Alonso done a second stop, has he? He has as well. Well, you never know. He's usually got Tsunoda 5 seconds ahead. Then Zhou is in the points. Do you think you could pass Sainz on new tyres if he stayed out? So they're thinking about, they're thinking about pitting Norris if there's a safety car now. Just on board with Piastri, P13. He's got Jack Doohan. Jack Doohan's had a quiet race, hasn't he? On his debut. Esteban Ocon, for whatever reason, has decided to sidestep the final race ahead of his move to Haas. So Ocon's give his seat to Doohan, who's got the seat next year anyway. So Doohan's getting an early look at Formula One before making his full-time debut in 2025. Ocon, meanwhile, misses the final race because he's doing a test with Haas on Tuesday. So maybe there was some contractual obligation crossover period where If you want to drive our car on Tuesday, you're not racing for them on Sunday. And Ocon's gone, all right then. I'll miss the race. I don't care. But it is an unusual one. Your favourite moment in the race in Qatar? Magnussen says, "T radio after overtaking." I didn't see that. I didn't hear that. I missed that one, Sean. But that would have been my favourite moment. I'd have noticed it. What I've learned is in doing this is I miss quite a lot, especially if I go on a ramble about something irrelevant and then I miss like Hamilton pitting, for example. Apologies for that. I'll try and be more locked in next season. I'll be locked in Antonelli mode next season. Soon I've seen a replay of Stroll on Doohan, and Doohan doesn't even decide to defend it. There's easy pickings for Lance Stroll, that. And Doohan did have a go around the outside there, but had to back out of it. P14 for Doohan, not too bad. Magnussen fastest lap on the soft tyres in 16th. But if you're outside the top 10 and you get the fastest lap, you don't get the point anyway. What you're doing is taking the point away from everybody else. Which is what Ricciardo did in Singapore. They start pissing about with this 1 point for fastest lap. And that's why they're getting rid of it. I don't think they're doing point for fastest lap next season. Because people are starting to play games with it. If there's any type of grey area in any Formula One rule, it gets exposed immediately. And so any kind of loophole, grey area, has to be, they're constantly cutting off loopholes and grey areas, because you better believe they get exploited at the first opportunity. And they started pissing around with point for fastest lap. So it's got to go. Because people were using it tactically as opposed to on merit. So Hamilton down the inside of Pierre Gasly and up to P5. So it is McLaren from Ferrari, Mercedes. Hamilton up from 16th on the grid to P5. Leclerc up from 19th on the grid to P3. Up to 5th, Sean. How far behind? What is he? 14 seconds behind Russell? Yeah, that might be it. I don't think he'll catch Russell there. 14 seconds. Yeah, I don't think. Oh. Toto Wolff's telling him you can do that. You can do that, Lewis. On your final evening in a Mercedes-Benz. You can do it. Go on, Lewis. 14 seconds to Russell. Come on. I tell you now, if Mercedes weren't promoting Antonelli, I'd be supporting Hamilton at Ferrari next year. Yeah, I would be. But you can't ignore Andrea Kimi Antonelli. I'm getting on that train. Because that's a train that's heading into the future. And Verstappen down there. There's been a lot of overtakings. There's been a lot of manoeuvres. I must give it that. I mean, it's not been an unbelievable dramatic race, but there's been a fair... On stats, it's up there. You know, and my brother said exactly the same thing. On stats, it's probably right up there in terms of overtaking manoeuvres. On a stat page, it's a 10 out of 10. But the reality is, the DRS zone's too long and the moves are too easy. It really is. The overtaking is too easy in Abu Dhabi. Always has been. You get a slipstream and DRS down the back straight. People don't even bother defending it. It's so much of a slam dunk. People don't even defend it. So what are we doing? It's too easy. Scrap DRS. It's had its day now. It's had 15 years, DRS. Give it a rest. But then what would happen if you scrap DRS, you get one boring race, everyone would go, bring back DRS. So they can't get rid of it now. Because you'd be damned if you do, damned if you don't. You scrap DRS, one crap race, and everyone's, bring it back. We had 58 overtakes with DRS. Yeah, but 57 of them were slam dunk, no competition. I'd get rid of it. You want purity. You don't want gimmicks. Yeah. Leclerc gained 11 places on lap 1. Absolutely nuts, that isn't it? Oh my God, this apologies for the camera quality and me looking pale and see-through today. It is what it is. It's been a long year. The microphone gave up at the start of the stream. The camera's giving up. It's been a long year. I'm ditching. In fact, I bought back the studio for today because it's the last thing with a green. I'm not doing green screen next year. Nah. Next year I'll just have a background with an Italian flag, number 12, Antonelli poster, and just have an actual background, and then I'll just have that on the screen. I'll just have the positions on the screen and just have an actual background. Bollocks a green screen. I've tried to muddle through for about 3 years. It's a ball ache. So I do a proper background. Intro 2025 is going to be Italian national anthem as well. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. That's what you're getting next year. Italian national anthem. It slaps as well. Absolute tune. I wonder if you can get copyrighted for a national anthem. Who's going to copyright me? The nation of Italy has copyrighted your stream for using the national anthem. Maybe. Only one way to find out. It'd be nightmarish to police it, but if you divided out DRS as an allotment of time, it could be used per race to increase the amount of given teams lower construction. Oh, I see what you mean. So the lower you are, the more DRS you get. And if you're at the front, no DRS. They do that with wind tunnel time, Salty Dog, don't they? They do that with wind tunnel time. So the lower you are in Constructors' Championship, the more time in the wind tunnel you get. Piastri loses the rear end at high speed. Oh my God, he's looking up to smash it in the wall. I've never seen someone lose the rear end there. Jesus, he's lucky to get away with that one. But yeah, they do that with wind tunnel time. So the faster that you are, the less time you get to develop the car for next season, which is a good idea. So if you're lasting constructors like Sauber, they get a year and a half in the wind tunnel. Well, no, I don't know exactly what the flipping numbers are, but they'll get 10 times longer in the wind tunnel to develop the car than McLaren will get. So if you didn't know, now you do. So you're proposing that for DRS. It's complicated though, isn't it? That'd get a bit complicated. The Leclerc team radio. Let's get back in the rhythm. Hamilton only 10 behind Russell, so he's closed up 4 seconds, but he's got another 10 to go in 10 laps. It's a stretch, isn't it? It's a stretch. You're looking at Norris has got to ease it round for 11 laps to win the Constructors' Championship. Ooh. Under pressure. The leaderboard glitched. Alonso's already got ahead of Tsunoda. Has it? I don't know. So Piastri, right. So Piastri being told that P9 is a possibility for Piastri now, right. So, yeah. Deep breaths. Keep it calm. No dodgy moves. Yeah, they don't need a safety car. This is it. Yeah, the worst thing now for McLaren is a safety car. So the last thing they need is Piastri going on a wild dive bomb and crashing. Just take it easy. But also, get the moves done. Here we go. Slipstream, DRS. Oh, it's going to be close, actually. It's not going to be close. Who's a fooling? It's a slam dunk every time. People don't even defend into that chicane. Oh, then you get the switch. Then you get the switch and you can get it back, though. Oh, that's what Dubai. This is what Abu Dhabi's all about. He has got it back. Because you've got the back-to-back DRS zones. He gets it for the first straight, overtakes you, and then you get DRS for the second straight and get it back again. What is this? Mario Kart? What are we missing? A banana skin? It's a bit of a joke, that. It's a bit of a joke, that double DRS zone, isn't it? It always has been a bit of a joke. One banana skin away from Mario Kart, I'm telling you. Right, so Norris. Yeah, Norris is not far off lapping Piastri. Ooh. You don't see that every week. Oh, there you go. The leaderboard's caught up now. Alonso's ahead of Tsunoda. So Alonso in the points. 10 laps to go in the 2024 season. It's been long, but I've been on every single race, even the ones at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Just about made it. But I've done every race. So Gerton. Oh, look at this. Piastri's going to try around the outside. Oh, this is close. This is close. But Piastri's gotten a move done around the outside. Nice move. Move of the race, maybe. Round the outside goes Oscar Piastri, and look at him back at McLaren HQ because they're on the verge. They've set up the cameras at McLaren HQ because they're on the verge of the Constructors' Championship. I know the game. Then when they win it in 10 laps time, cue camera to McLaren HQ and the champagne. That's how they rock and roll, in it. That's not coincidence. Ferrari put up a good fight, though. I mean, second and third, what more can you do? Especially with Leclerc down in 19th. They just shook your hand for a second and third. Norris saying dirty air's terrible. Well, if dirty air's the worst problem you've got, Lando, it's all right. Aston Martin looked off the pace in free practice. Alonso managed to put the car in Q3. Yeah, it was Alonso P10, P9, P10 on the grid. So fair play. If he can end the season with a point. Didn't he say the other day, worst car ever? Was that in Friday? Was that on Friday practice? He said worst car ever. A P8 on the grid, not bad then, is it really? He's still putting off his old magic. There you go. The old magic shining through. Hamilton as well has shown a bit of his old magic. Nice recovery drive. Are David Croft still going on about a Hamilton podium? He's got like 11, 12 seconds to the podium. Surely not. I mean, if Hamilton gets a podium from here, surely not. I wonder if he gets there, Russell let him through, I wonder. Maybe. And then they can see Leclerc there. Leclerc's not that far. Let's have a look at the gap here. Okay. It's not out of the realms of possibility, I suppose. We are on board with Zhou Guanyu. Probably his final Grand Prix. He's had 3 years. What's he doing there? Did you see that? Did you see that then? Zhou Guanyu backing out of the move so he gets the second DRS there. If he doesn't get the move done now, well, that's terrible. If that's not the biggest advert for scrapping DRS, I don't know what is. Zhou Guanyu could have gone for the move and backed out of it so that he'd get the DRS on the second straight and then didn't get the move done anyway. So, pointless. And that's why you're gone, Zhou. That's why you're gone. You're not the man. You're not the one, Zhou Guanyu. He's had 3 years. Listen, if you've had 3 years and you've been anonymous in virtually every single race for 65 races, you're not the one, are you? And it's brutal and it's savage, but you can't be anonymous in this game. Unfortunately, Zhou Guanyu has been anonymous for 65 races in a row. Maybe apart from last week where he got a couple of points. Other than that, the only Zhou Guanyu moment I remember in his career, he's been upside down at turn 1 at Silverstone in 2022. Upside down. That, unfortunately, weirdly, is Zhou Guanyu's moment in Formula 1, being upside down in Silverstone. Jesus. And the 4 points the other day. Okay, and the 4 points in Qatar. All right. I mean, don't be too cruel. But yeah, if that's your highlight, Alonso to 9. Go on. Oh yeah, Alonso's done Albon. Piastri's just outside the points in P10. So Norris leads by 6.7 seconds. There's then a 22-second gap to Leclerc. But listen, Leclerc's up from 19th, so he'll take that. Then Russell 6 behind Leclerc. Hamilton 4.5 behind Russell. Then Verstappen 10 seconds behind Hamilton in P6. So Verstappen's nailed on for a P6. Gasly P7, not bad. And Hülkenberg P8. So will Alpine get 6th in Constructors with this? They've not mentioned it on Sky, but I imagine... I don't know, actually. I don't know what the gap is. But Gasly 7th, Hülkenberg 8th. Alonso 9th and Albon in the final point at the minute in P10. Yes, Skeleton Josh Bro. How we doing? Welcome back to the channel, dude. Welcome back. I've not seen you for a few races. But welcome back, and you'll be in the finale of the Viewers' Championship. What about Joe's home racing where he greets his fans? Oh yeah, forgot about that. They put a place on the grid for him, didn't they? Why did they do that? They had, was it for qualifying or the race? And they had like a 1, 2, 3 where they line up on the grid at the end of the race as like a celebration thing. And then they had a spot for Zhou, didn't they, at the side? It's like first, second, third, and Zhou Guanyu. Why did they do that? I know it's his home race, but you don't do that for Piastri in Australia, do you? You don't do that for Tsunoda at the Japanese Grand Prix. You know what I mean? But they did it for Zhou in China, didn't they? He got his own little grid spot. Come on, then. Feel bad for him. Why? Zhou had another big moment, scored a point in his F1 debut. Come on, the Zhou. You feel bad for him. But he's had 3 years. And, you know, he's not had the machinery this year, but 22 and 23, you've got to have shown something by the time you get to 24, where, okay, you get given the worst car on the grid in 24, but you've already built up a little bit of esteem, you know what I mean? But 3 years, you're gone, I'm sorry. How long did Palmer get? Jolyon Palmer, he got 2 or 3 years. Anonymous, gotta go. Gotta go. Antonio Giovinazzi, he was pretty anonymous. He got about 5 or 6 years out of it. Gotta go. But then he won Le Mans with Ferrari, so he's fucking chilling. Ericsson, anonymous. He made a career out of it. Gone. Boom. Indy 500. So listen, Formula 1's not the be all and end all. You can make a career in other series. Maybe Joe will do that. Maybe Joe will tear it up in another championship. But not in this one. Not in this one. Right, 3 laps to go. Norris only has to bring it home to win the Constructors' Championship for McLaren. Hamilton catching Russell. Yeah, he is. Only 2 seconds. Will they tell Russell to move over because it's Hamilton's final race in a Mercedes? Sorry about being so pale. Look, when I go there, look at that. It's the palest I've ever looked. I try and go over here out of the light, scoot over. In fact, that's better, isn't it? I scoot over here and then just do this. Cracked it. I should have done this 2 hours ago. Up there for thinking. Yeah, I should have done this 2 hours ago. At least I look like a normal human now. You can't believe it. Fulham won. Oh my God. Our Arsenal won the other day. His jams are on it. I'll join that stream in a bit if he's on it. If he's live. Hamilton goes to Ferrari because he was alienated by his team. What do you think? I think my opinion is he's getting towards the end of his career and he wants to wear the red overalls before he retires. And Mercedes haven't won a championship for 3 years and he's just got frustrated with it. He's probably thinking now or never. In my opinion, it was for Hamilton, it was like, right, we're not winning championships. I'm struggling. Ferrari are coming in with an offer. I'm 40 years old, near enough, now or never, retiring red. I don't think the team have alienated him, but that's just my opinion. You have to say this, fair play to Gasly and Hulkenberg who did the one-stop run in 7th and 8th. Yeah, come on. Big ups Gasly and Hulkenberg. Hey, Sean, you'll know. Who's going to get P6 in Constructors then if it's like this? Gasly P7, Hulkenberg P8. Because it was extremely close, wasn't it, for points for P6? I don't know who's ahead of who. I should have studied it, but I haven't. Yes, CL2, bro. You're just in time. Race is ending in the next few minutes, but you've got yourself a seat in the finale. I think you missed the last one, but welcome back to the channel, dude. Oh, well, yeah, exactly. A little bit of a Christmas theme. Why not? It's the last one, and it's, December the 8th, so a little bit of a Christmas theme going on. Why not? Last watch-along for 3 months. You can come on, it's Alpine going to clinch it. Is Alpine going to be P6 like this, if it stays like this? And Haas P7... And what? RB P8, Williams 9th, Sauber 10th. I feel like Haas deserve P6 more though, don't they? Is there a yellow flag? What's there a yellow flag for? It says yellow flag here, doesn't it? Liam Lawson stopped. So there's going to be one more lap. Hamilton versus Russell. This is Hamilton's final lap in a Mercedes after 12 years. Right, back to green flags. And, oh, he's broken down. Liam Lawson's broken down. Is he off the track, though? We're back under green flag. So Liam Lawson's out of the race. Oh, and the car's rolling. Need to put the handbrake on, Liam. No, you got to put it into like force neutral or something. But so Norris is going to win the championship. That's your headline. But you got to read the next sentence. For McLaren. Not for himself. But Norris is going to win McLaren the Constructors' Championship here. And Norris is coming round the final corner. And Lando Norris wins the season finale Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and wins McLaren the 2024 Constructors' Championship. McLaren's first title for 27 years. Get in there, Lando. Get in there, McLaren. And Lewis Hamilton has passed George Russell. He's going to finish his final race in a Mercedes-Benz in P4. Ferrari come home second and third. It's Sainz P2, Leclerc P3. And here come the Mercedes duo of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, who are just off the podium, P4 and P5. And Lewis Hamilton completes his Mercedes career in style from 16th on the grid to P4. And I tell you what, it's one of the races of Charles Leclerc's career as well. Even though Ferrari have lost the Constructors' Championship, Leclerc going from 19th to 3rd is an unbelievable drive. And so big ups to Charles Leclerc, big ups to Lewis Hamilton on recovering from 16th to 4th, and big ups to Lando Norris for winning the race and winning the Constructors' Championship. And there you go. That's the 2024 season done and dusted. World champions, McLaren. And I tell you what, he had it resting on his shoulders as well. Lando Norris had that championship resting on his shoulders tonight. And fair play to him. I tell you what, that's worth a few million quid as well. That's worth tens of millions, that as well. Winning the Constructors' Championship. That's worth tens of millions. So big ups to McLaren for winning the team's winning the Constructors' Championship for the first time since '98. So, what are we saying? Has Todd been in? He's on holiday. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Well, you know the rules. You know the rules, Kim. Yeah, it might be between you and Anthony then. It might be between you and Anthony. Hey, Anthony's not typed. No, yeah, no, Anthony's definitely in it. But you're right. No, Todd being on holiday. Well, I've got to stick to the rules. I can't just chuck him in anyway, or else I'd have chucked Denver in 15 times. We'll start letting people in. You know the rules, and if you type a message in chat, you're in. If I can't start, yeah. So it's between you and Anthony then. So fucking GG's, Todd. If he comes in now, come on, Todd. You've got 2 minutes. GG's, Todd, in it now. Oh Christ. It's between you and Anthony then. We've got to... He's fucked off the last race. You got to love it, haven't you? The Viewers' Championship means so much to so many that people forget to turn up even though they're in the fight for the championship in the last round. Now, if you're on holiday, innit? It's priorities, man. What are you going to do? Fucking hell. Last thing on his mind will be Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, won't it? But anyway, thank you for joining. Right, let's rate the race. And so I'm going to give the race like it's like a 6 or 7, isn't it? It's. I think just because of the few scenarios that we've had, I'm going to give it a 7 because we've had Leclerc up. It's not had huge drama and oh my God, an incredible race. It's not an 8, 9 or 10, but I will give it a 7 because we've had Leclerc up from 19th to 3rd, Hamilton up from 16th to 4th. We've had Norris win the race and win the championship for McLaren. We've had some incidents, Verstappen and Piastri and all that. So I give it a 7. It's a solid 7. You know, it's not breaking any world records. We had a lot of overtaking as well. 7 out of 10. Driver of the day is a more interesting one. My first instinct is Charles Leclerc from 19th to 3rd. And Hamilton doing donuts on the grid. I'm just going to pause and watch this for a minute. So Lewis Hamilton there. 6 championships he's won for that team, Lewis Hamilton, over the years. 1 for McLaren and 6 world titles at Mercedes. I tell you what, it's good news all round, really. It's good news all round. If Hamilton had been on the podium, it would have been even more, but it's good news all round. I'm chuffed for McLaren. You know, it's a hell of a lineup in it, Norris and Piastri, and and big ups to McLaren. They've done well, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next season for the drivers as well. But that's it. And to be fair, Ferrari did all they could, 2nd and 3rd, an amazing drive from Leclerc. I think on that basis, I will give driver of the day to Charles Leclerc because 19th to 3rd is unbelievable. I mean, you could easily go driver of the day Lewis Hamilton as well if you were being sentimental about it. If you were being sentimental, you'd go driver of the day Hamilton. If you were a McLaren fan, you'd definitely go in driver of the day Norris. But I feel like from a neutral point of view, it's Leclerc, innit? I'm going to give it Leclerc, driver of the day. 7 out of 10 for the season finale Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. What else? What was the best race this season? I gave 2 races a 10 out of 10. I think it was Austria and Italy. There was another good one as well. I think there were 2 races this year that got a 10 out of 10, and I think they might have been back to back. Canada, I think, was right up there. I think Austria, Canada, and Italy were phenomenal races. I think all 3 of them were either 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. Brazil. What did I give Brazil? Nah, Brazil wasn't the best race this season. But it was good, though. But I think it was either Canada, Austria. Austria was mad because the top 2 crashed, didn't they? And then Russell got the win. Austria was mad. Austria had the biggest drama in that way. Verstappen and Norris crashed, didn't they? And then Italy was good as well. I think Leclerc won it for Ferrari, and that was a great race. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this year. That's it for this season. Viewers' Championship finale will be on Wednesday night with no Todd. Or shall I be Todd? Will you take that, Kim? I'll be Todd. No, we've already done that once. Never again. No, unfortunately, it is what it is, isn't it? The rules are the rules. You're in or you're not. So yeah, that's about it. What I'll try and do over the winter period is I will try and do a winter series, but I won't do 2-hour races. I'll do like 10-lap races and do 2 or 3 races in a night, and do like a sprint championship or something like that. Just put the top 30 in, so you don't have to comment and anything to get in. If you're in the top 30, you're in, sort of thing. So that's basically everybody. I mean, I might put you in it. I think, Josh, you are just outside the top 30 because you've missed a few races, but I might, I'll see. I'll figure out who's watches a lot of streams, and I'll stick most people in it. The people that know that this channel exists and they come back often, they'll be in. And then, I'll try and keep the channel ticking over. And then it'll be a fan channel next season. So I'm going to change it from Motorsport Madman to Madman Antonelli. So that's a rebrand coming in strong. And it's going to be basically an Andrea Kimi Antonelli fan channel next year. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be different because since I've been doing this, I've done 3 seasons now. And I've been pretty much neutral. I mean, I was a bit Mick Schumacher at the beginning, but I've been pretty much neutral. That's all out the window. Fucking kick that can down the road. It's gone. Neutral settings is done. So, and that's going to be more fun because it's going to be, you're going to get emotions on both sides of the fence. Because, like I said in a stream the other week, whoever wins and whoever crashes, I'm pretty much chilling. So, does that make for great entertainment? No, it doesn't. Because you need the upset, you need the drama, you need the rages and the thing, you know. So someone pins Antonelli off in turn 1, I'm not going to be chilling. And that's what you need. That is what you need. And when Antonelli wins round 1, I'm not going to be chilling. It's going to be pandemonium. So we're going Antonelli next year. If he's a flop, it's going to be funny anyway because I've gone all in on a kid and it's not come to fruition. So funny. And then if he's fire, I was the first one on the hype train, wasn't I? So yeah, it's going to be like Antonelli fan channel. But yeah, and I was going to say I was going to rate the season. I'll rate the season an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 season. It's been very good. Last year was a 1 or 2 out of 10 season. This has been an 8 out of 10 season. Thoroughly enjoyed it. There's been a lot of great races. There's been some crap ones along the way. Qatar last week, I think I lost interest 10 laps in. You know, there's been some crap ones, but there's been a lot of good races this year and a lot of different winners. Like I say, we've had 7 drivers have won multiple Grand Prix. You know, I think that's the first time that's happened since like the 70s. So, you know, it's been a good season. I give the season an 8 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah. Oh, we need a race over winter break in full potato mode. What race though? It's no race on. So that's about it. What else? A Claire race too. Never. That is something you'll never see. But yeah, that is about it for this season, guys. What can I say? Thank you all for being part of the channel. You know, as always, the channel's not really gone anywhere. But we keep plugging away. I keep punching, and hopefully one day it'll go somewhere. Until then, I am so grateful for the handful of people that I do have watching these. You know, big ups to each and every single one of you. We've done 3 seasons now, believe it or not. So back for season 4 in full Mercedes Kimi Antonelli mode. A little bit of a different theme next year, but the same kind of idea. You know what to expect, but it might just be a bit more, come on Kimi. It might just be a bit more, come on then Kimi, next year. So do join me then. Until March, I'll do a bit of Viewers Championship, keep it ticking over. If there's any major breaking news, I might do a live stream. If Perez gets sacked, maybe do a live stream if Sonoda gets to see. But yeah, what can I say? Thank you all for being in this season. There will be the Viewers Championship on Wednesday night, let's say 7-8 p.m. on Wednesday night, where Kim looks to win the Viewers Championship. But that's all from me. That's all from the 2024 Formula 1 season. And see you soon, and thank you all for being in the streams, taking part, being interactive, being in chat, and being a big part of this channel. I couldn't do without you. I really couldn't. I would just sat here talking to myself. So big ups to you all, and I will see you for the Viewers Championship finale on Wednesday night. Peace out. Thank you very much. See you soon.